Ladies and gentlemen, the Bitcoin gods have been favorable to us in the past 24 hours, rallying Bitcoin up pretty much since my video yesterday. And we're looking pretty good. I like the action overall. Welcome to Altcoin Buzz Trading. I'm Randy. Stay tuned for a couple of hot coins a little bit later. All right, so BTC yesterday with not bad price action. We moved lower. Let's go to the 2 hour here. We moved lower. We popped up. Volume's pretty good. My volume aggregation tool here showing the buyers pretty much ruling the day past 24 hours. And good action. I like the action. We're still setting up. We didn't break down. We didn't even touch the 50-day, not yet. We still have quite a bit of time for us to consolidate until we reach the 50-day. The 50-day could catch up with us, and that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. We could also bounce off of the 50-day. All possibilities are on the table. Obviously, no one knows exactly what's going to happen. So we just kind of have to wait and see. And at this point in time is really where patience is going to pay off, because sometimes what ends up happening, and I've run communities of traders for a while, is that I see a lot of people anticipating, they anticipate a breakout, they buy the breakout, and it collapses and they get stopped out and they get dismayed. Well, you broke the rule. You're supposed to buy on the breakout, not before the breakout, okay? Only under certain circumstances are you supposed to buy before the breakout. Very few circumstances, as a matter of fact, but it is possible. But you can't say, oh, I can run a light if my wife's pregnant going to the hospital, and you can't conflate that with running a red light every time you just want to get home faster. Those are two different things. And so just because you want to make money doesn't mean the market is going to let you. Okay, you're going to get hammered. So in these situations, you do want to be patient and wait for the move up. You want to wait for confirmation. Okay, some people consider confirmation even a move up. I was going to hit text for some reason. Some people consider confirmation move up and then a retest and then a bounce. Some people won't even buy on the breakout. They'll wait for the retest and then the move up. Okay, so it just depends on the style of trading that you've got going on. But I do like the action in BTC. The inability for us to move lower, I think, is important alone by itself. So, and, oh yeah, you know what? Sorry guys, I did want to talk about another one. Bam, instant bonus token. We'll talk about that last. Next up, let's take a look at some of the coins moving in the top 50. One of them I had in my other newsletter, NEO. NEO with a beautiful breakout from a symmetrical triangle setup. Absolutely gorgeous volume. I mentioned it in a few videos ago, some old hat tokens are moving. Bitcoin Cash was moving. I may have mentioned NEO. There was a couple of them that are starting to move and set up and look pretty good. NEO is on a good little run here. I think that what is happening is that these networks are still valid. They're underappreciated, probably undervalued, and so you have probably some people from the stock market coming in and picking up some of these old tokens on networks that are just as valid as the new ones, arguably more stable, doing transactions and undervalued. So they're buying them. Anyways, so NEO's in a good spot right here. There is a bit of a breakout right here that 2242 that occurred, and we are trying to stay stable above there. Now we're up 5.25%. We were up 4.5% a short time ago. So this is starting to move just a little bit. And there you go. I think NEO has a shot if we really zoom out on this. It's been going up with the market, but it really hasn't had a good run in a very long time. This peak was April 2021, so that was 3 years ago was the last time this thing actually had a substantial rally. So I think a lot of people think this won't do anything. It definitely could, especially given these volume signatures. These are not small volume signatures. I'm zoomed out all the way to, 4.5 years, 3.5 years ago. And look at this. This is the biggest volume signatures we've seen. So this has been under accumulation. It has been. And now we're just starting to get a little bit vertical. So I'm hoping this can continue. TAO, Bittensor, yeah, Bittensor. I don't know much about this token, but this has been in a pretty strong uptrend since its ICO breakout, and it looks like it's extending up here today. Now you are getting a little bit of distribution. My 2 hour volume aggregation tool here does show you that sellers are stepping in. So while sellers can step in and things move higher, it's a little bit harder to have confidence in these trades as things move up yet get sold into. And being distributed into when we hit recent highs, which is what happened here from about a month ago, that's the distribution that we're running into. So generally, you would like to see some type of consolidation. Moving straight up from the lows like this is very hard to contend with and be involved with. But good move up, although I'm not really that enthused with continuation. Now, a nice sideways consolidation for a few days a little bit similar to what we did in this last one, could be bought. So here you see the distribution as we get up towards the highs. It pulls back, actually closes with a pretty bearish day technically, and then it consolidates for 2 or 3 days, tries selling off again here, can't do anything, and then rallies forth. And that could be bought as a trade right there. So on the way down, it comes down, comes back through. You're basically buying right there. That is a potential buyable. So this is a small handle. If you want to consider this a very tiny cup and handle, that would be a small handle buy point. And you can look for a similar type of trade here. Maybe it pulls back the rest of the day, consolidates, and then the high of the day today could be your buy point as we try to go forward. All right, and the last one, Solana. I really liked how this one bottomed yesterday. Solana, a big bona fide leader. Obviously, it has its challenges um, with its fundamentals, with its network, as a matter of fact. But it looks like the market isn't fully giving up on it. A hammer candle yesterday, good volume signature. Not a pocket pivot, but a good volume signature. And we'll see if this thing can hold the lows. I do like the way Solana's looking. If Solana holds these lows, I think the bull market is still on with what Bitcoin is doing and with what Solana is doing. I think things are pretty stable. If Solana starts to break down, that's going to be very difficult, I think, for the market overall to be able to support itself without good leadership. And so the leadership is going to have to shift. Could Neo take it? It's unlikely. Neo's not a top 20 market cap coin. Actually, no, I think it is a top 20 market cap coin. It fell off for a long time, but the fact of the matter is that without Solana's leadership, which has been a bona fide leader in crypto now for years, it's going to be a little difficult to stay positive. So this will be interesting to watch. This is your barometer for the market right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.